Hi and welcome to Screencast number 5 about using GOODF, and the topic is switches. Switches are a thing that you may or may not need to use. Switches control other elements basically, and they can be used for combining multiple stops like draw stop noise effects and a stop, or different surround versions of a stop. They can be used for selecting between which stops to use, like for instance you have two tremulants, one synth and one wave, and you want a way to select which one of them will be active. You can use switches for controlling groups of stops, like groups of noise effects, or recreating a French romantic combination system with anches, or mutation stops, or reads on and off, or whatever really you can imagine you can do with them. So I won't show each and every one of these aspects, but I will show a few that will apply generally to whatever you want to do, basically. So I will create draw stop noise effects, and first of all I will create a new wind chest that I will call noise effects, like so, to be able to put the stops on this wind chest rather than any other, to separate it out. And then I will go into one of the manuals here and create noise on and off effects for this subbus. So I will actually create two stops. An on effect and like so. And this on effect is very simple. I place it on the noise effects panel. One pipe only, because then it will play automatically when the stop is active. And I will say that this is a percussive sample. It will only play from start to finish, and no loops, no cue markers or anything. So percussive, yes, and I will say that this should not be retuned as temperaments changed. So next thing, I will add an attack here. So I'll right click on the pipe and select add new attack from. I could also have used the keyboard shortcut, but this is easier to see for you. So I'll add the pedal. No. So noise stops pedal subbus on. Okay, and I will remove this dummy pipe. So I select it. I could click delete, or right click on it and select delete. Okay, this is all I need to do with the on effect for now. So I move on to the off effect. Select noise effects wind chest group. One logical pipe. I will leave this as not percussive, but I don't want this to be retuned either. Okay. So I will add one new attack. that will be a complete silence actually. I will remove the dummy and I will add a new release. That is the off effect, like so. And okay, I will edit the attack sample. So I will right click and select edit attack properties. I don't want any release from this, and I want a loop. There is no embedded at the moment. I could have done that, of course, but I'll show you this way. So I'll create a new loop in the ODF, like so. And we are done with this. So I can close it off, and we are finished with this noise effect. So next thing, I will create now a switch to control all these three stops with, and I will just name it the same as a Sabas 16 foot. And then I will say that this should default to engaged, be active by default, and I will say that the state when general cancel is pushed will be no changed as default. And then I will go back to the stops and say that this should be of function, and I want them to be controlled by the Sabas 16. So not input but and instead. Like so. I need it selected first. Okay, so they are controlled by the switch. So since old I had a stop here, which is this stop, but this has no function anymore as input, so I will just remove this from the panel, like so. And to the panel I will add the switch instead that controls actually the stop. So I do that, and I'll edit its properties to be matching the other, like so, and we can have a look at it, like so. Looks okay. So we can examine how this works by loading this into GoodF, and then I will remember now to first save the ODF by writing it out, like so. And we go into GoodF and open this organ. Loading is for packages or already registered organs, and opening is for old style organ files. So I'll open that. And now we have well, yeah, I did say that it should be engaged. That was not really what I intended. So, no problem. I will fix that. But it works fine. We have the noise on, off, like so. So, we go back to the switch and say no and off if. Okay, like so. But let's say I want to create a new panel for noise controls. So I'll add a new panel. Okay, and on this panel I will like to have an enclosure. That I say will have a lowest amplitude of 1. 0 would actually cancel out the sound, so I will leave it at 1. And we'll need to tell the winches that it has an enclosure, like so. And I will add another switch that will activate or deactivate the noise effects. And this could apply to many more noise stops than only the subbus, but for now it will be only that. So I will say noise, stop noise, on, off. And this should default to engage and not be checked by general cancel like that. And I will tell that the on noise effect need to have both the subbus activator and the noise activator on to actually play, and equally the same for the off, like so. Okay, and on the noise control panel I will add the noise volume enclosure and the stop noise on and off switch. And we could alter the looks of it a little, like so. This doesn't really have any effect, but I will change the size. That does matter in this case. And we can have a look at it, how it looks like. Okay, so perhaps we should alter the placement of the enclosure pedal. If it does matter or not, I don't know, but let's do that. So we do it manually. Like so. Okay, I'm good with that. So we save the ODF by writing it out and test it in ground.org by reloading. And now we do have noise on and off. And if we look at the noise control panel, now we have the stop noises active, and if we deactivate it, we won't have any stop noises anymore. And now we do. And I can alter the overall volume down to more or less inaudible quite easily. in this way. Okay, yeah, I don't know. There are many more things one can do with switches, but I have shown you a basic use case for them. If you don't want them, you don't need them. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next screencast. Bye.